Hello students, welcome to Infotech Pathshala. In this video, you are going to learn Python introduction, its advantages, disadvantages and its IDLE. So what is Python? Python is a programming language. You must be thinking it's a kind of reptile or something scary. No, you need not to be scared from it. Actually, there is a story behind its name. Its developer, Guru Van Rossum, was a big fan of a famous BBC comedy show, namely Monty Python's Flying Circus. So he took its name from there and it is developed in 1991 by him. So what is Python? Is a high level object oriented interpreted programming language. What is high level? You must be thinking which is high in nature. No, it's not like that. High level language means which is English like language, means the English character set we use in this language, not the English vocabulary. Now, what is object oriented programming language? There is a concept of classes and object you will be learning in my coming tutorial. As of now, you can consider entities are treated like an object in this language. Now, what is interpreted programming language? It has its interpreter, it doesn't have its compiler. Now, Python is influenced by two languages, ABC, which was developed in 1987, Modular 3, which was developed in 1988. Now, you must be thinking why Python is gaining popularity, in which areas we are using Python. So, I would like to discuss some areas where we are using Python. So, Python is used in GUI, that is graphical user interface, in AI, that is artificial intelligence, in scientific computing, machine learning, web development, software development, data science and many more. Now, Python is used by many companies. Many companies have implemented Python. I would like to discuss some company names over here. So, Yahoo, Dropbox, Spotify, Netflix, YouTube, Google, Instagram and many others. These many companies, as you can see, these many companies have implemented Python. Now, Python has its IDLE. IDLE stands for Integrated Development Learning Environment. Why it is called IDLE? Because you get all the software development related tool in one environment. You can write the code, you can run the code, you can see the output, you can have file explorer, you can debug the code, even you can see the chart in one environment. That's why it is called IDLE. Now, I would like to discuss some popular IDLE over here. So first is PyCharm, then Spider, Anaconda, Visual Studio Code, Thorny, Atom, Jupyter Notebook and many others. These are the popular IDEs of Python. Let's take a look of advantages of Python. It is an easy to use language. Why? Because its syntax are really easy to understand. After learning Python, you will become a programming fan. It is an expressive language. Why? Because it has fewer lines of code and simpler in syntax as compared to other programming languages. It has improved productivity. Python is a productive language. Due to the simplicity of Python, developers can focus on solving the problem. They don't need to spend too much time in understanding the syntax or behavior of the programming language. Its completeness, for most types of required functionality, is available through various modules of Python standard library. It is a cross-platform language. Why it is called cross-platform language? Because it can run equally well on variety of platforms like Windows, Linux, Unix, Macintosh, supercomputers, smartphones, etc. It is a free and open source programming language. Why it is called free and open source programming language? Because it is available on internet free of cost. It has variety of applications which I have already discussed. It has interpreter, so that's why it is called interpreted language. Now, the most important advantage of Python, it is dynamically typed. Python doesn't know the type of variable until we run the code. It automatically assigns the data type during execution. The programmer doesn't need to worry about declaring variables and their data types. See how easy it is? Now, let's discuss some disadvantages of Python. Now, its slow speed is the main disadvantage of Python. Lesser libraries than Java. Now, not strong in type binding. What does type binding means? Type binding is a process of associating a declared variable to a particular type, which is done by compiler. Type binding can be classified as static type binding and dynamic type binding. It's not easily convertible. It shows runtime errors only. So with this, we have reached the end of the session. I hope you all have enjoyed the session. Thank you.